And here we are. Welcome back to episode number 11.
Or is it episode 10?
Hey?
Or is it episode 10?
No, it's 11.
It is. We've actually finally got it all caught up right on our spreadsheet now.
I fixed it all up. Yes, I fixed it all up this afternoon. I was looking at it. We're up to our pub court case is PC 010 because we're a case behind because we
That's right. Started
late. But yeah. But otherwise, we are good and
Cool.
on number 11. So yeah. How are you, mate?
Yeah, good.
Even though I only saw you yesterday.
Yesterday. Yeah.
But yeah.
And I'll see you on Saturday as well.
Yes. Yeah, looking forward to Saturday. Yeah, for anyone around the Brisbane area who wants to come along and drink beer with us at Helios from 2 p.m, come and do it. I don't have anything else to offer other than that, really. That
Yeah.
you and I are going to be there drinking beer.
Yeah.
Pretty much the only reason we're going because they're closing up soon, and we thought let's just see if anyone else wants to come along and drink beer. So
that's it. Yeah.
Oh,
should be good.
Speaking of beers, what do you got?
Well, I've got two in front of me because
I'll go first then. Yeah, all right. Because
yeah.
Look at this. Look at the colour.
Ooh.
Yeah, you know what that is? That is the Code Cracker XPA. So
that's what we
canned. That's the one. That's what we canned yesterday, and I had too many of them, and came home and had a couple too many more. But yeah, great beer. It's drinking super well, looking great, nice golden colour. And I have to say as well, massive shout out, thanks to Carbon 6 is a sponsor of us, and New Maker Yeast, Clayton Hops, Cryo Malt, Hop On Brewery Tours all sponsored this beer, along with 6 other breweries: Noosa Hinterland, Padre, Hudson, Young Giants, Happy Valley, and Buddy Brewing. We're all involved in a crazy idea that I came up with, and had heaps of people traipsing around southeast Queensland looking for a piece of plastic. So
yeah, which sounds crazy when you put it like that.
100%. It's going to be bigger and better next year too. Can't wait.
Oh God! Oh no! Here we go. No. He's got a year to sort this out now, and it's going to be even more bonkers. So
yeah, no, it's going to be good. Yeah. Anyway. Tell us about your beers, Matty's Cellared beers.
Well, this one is one that can be cellared, and I did actually forget I had this one. I don't even know what size the can is because it's not actually written anywhere. Sorry, it's 250 ml.
Oh, okay. Is this the snake bite thing or?
No. Oh God, no! I'm not that dumb. No, no. Snake venom or whatever it is. God, no.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Not on a Wednesday. No, it is a working title beer before working title existed.
Okay, tell me more.
So, it is a long story short.
Okay, yeah.
So,
right.
It has working title on the front, not their new logo and everything like that, but it was one of the working title projects when Newstead was around. And it was packaged. Now, this is what is it? It is a barrel-aged wheat wine.
Oh, so this thing will taste great because it'll still
survive.
Well,
it was packaged.
An apocalypse.
Yeah. It was packaged in 2020. So this beer is probably
in there.
Yeah, we've got some COVID juice in this one. I'm sure there's enough alcohol in it to keep it fine because even at 250 ml, it is 1.9 standard drinks.
Jeez. You're drinking it, right? You got to crack it. That's the rule.
I've just cracked it open.
Yeah.
And, oh, Jesus, I can smell it already. Oh.
Wow.
I wish more breweries would do these 250 mils because for a single serve for a barley wheat wine, it is.
Yeah. Look at the colour on that. The colour looks great.
Yeah. I mean, it is great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A wheat wine, you said?
Yeah, wheat wine. And it is held up really, really well. It
You don't
is
see many of them,
definitely tasty.
if any.
That's the only one I've ever seen.
Yeah.
so, so yeah, that was hiding in the back of the fridge and nearly fell out and crushed my toe. So,
Damn
I
you, you're
thought that
getting
was a
drunk.
perfect one. Yeah, yeah. You tried to take me out. I'm taking you out with me. So yes, that is my four beers. And I did get this when it was released. So that is, I've had that sitting in my fridge for nearly 6 years.
Yeah, right, man. Love it. That's great. We should make
Bringing
you
out some
check them
Brisbane
in on
history of beer.
We should make you check them in
Sorry.
on Untapped as you drink all these old ones. You should check them in just so that the
And
brewers
people
see
go,
the
what?
notification going, oh my God, what?
What? Where's this come from?
Start getting badges like, why are you still
yeah,
drinking?
yeah.
Oh,
But yeah,
dear.
it is actually drinking all right.
Yeah, nice. Oh, that's great. Mate, we're going to move on to the pub court jury verdict from
Mm.
last week's case. So if you want to be a part of our jury, just jump on to facebook.com/groups/Aussie Beer Voyage. You can join the group. It's free to join. I don't charge anything, and I will prove you pretty quick because, as I said always, I am a legend. Last week's case was PC009, breweries pivoting to cocktails and wine. Is it a survival strategy or losing identity? And 100%
And this
of
is
the
the
vote,
first 100%.
this was
This is our first
clear,
one.
out and out, yes.
Yeah.
100% that it's a survival strategy. And I think that it's more the fact that brew pubs are becoming more not just brew pubs, they're just a brew venue. They're just a place that people want to go and hang
Yes.
out in the community and enjoy. And speaking of, there's there's a news article later on that we're going to talk about, which pretty much cements this
Yes.
into fact. So yeah, I thought that was really really good to
Mm.
see, and I think it also shows that the general public don't think that we're losing any identity on
No.
it. And also, you and I both discussed the whole topic gender free, which should have been, but didn't realise that we got commented on that it was good to see that we didn't go down the gender way, saying, "Oh, we're trying to attract more women to the to the brew pubs with cocktails and wine and that sort of stuff," which I thought was a pretty unique take on our arguments.
Yeah, I didn't even. Yeah.
It didn't even cross my mind until.
Well, I mean, let's be real. It's not like we haven't gone out to venues before and had a wine or somewhere before. So, I mean, it's.
Maybe I was
I
drinking
think
wine last week.
yeah, I think that's true.
I'm not doing
Yeah,
that this week.
no,
No.
no. Yeah, I think I've seen that argument before about trying to bring in a different demographic, but and aiming it at the whole gender roles and things like that women drink less beer or that and vice versa. But it goes in beyond that. It's just it's irrelevant. It's just it is another
100%.
product for consumers.
Yeah. Yep. I actually, a real good friend of mine, Mel, she would drink me under the table. She probably couldn't anymore because she's had two kids and not able to drink as much beer, obviously. But yeah, used to be able to drink me under the table. So Tuesday nights were mayhem when her and I lived together. Used to go out to archive for trivia and shit. So yes. Anyway, moving on. Well, yes, there will be another pub court case. This week's one, PC010, will be mentioned later on. And as I said, yeah, if you want to join the jury and you can help us decide either for or against the topic. Matt and I have no real bias either way, and we randomly argue the point as well.
Yep.
Just to give each other a fun challenge and to have different perspectives. But yeah, just go to facebook.com/group/Aussie Beer Voyage and you can be involved. Now, this one,
We touched on this.
I think this is a classic case, I think, of Crafty Pint
Let's not go there. Let's not go there.
Oh, no, not at all. It was a good article. This from Crafty Pint. It's AI art and beer, um, in the sense of not in the tap rooms and such. It's the artwork designed for the brewery, like tap decals, can labels, things like that. And like Netherworld and whatnot came out, and Ivy said, I don't. She's not going to stock any beer in the venues that use AI artwork or anything.
Yep.
Fine to have that stance. That's cool, I guess. Whereas she's saying, she wants to support artists and that, and I get that side of it 100%. I'm all for that. However, I pay a lot of money to my artist. I have an artist that we use for every single can art, all our decals, a lot of our marketing. And he uses Illustrator a ton of time, but he also uses AI here and there as a tool. I interviewed him in regards to Aussie Beer Voyage interview, Emery from Demographic Design. And I asked him, I put that question straight to him. I said, where do you stand on the whole AI can be used? And he said to me, I use it like a tool. It's like a paintbrush. It's like my digital pencil. And every single time that we are designing a new label or labels, as the case may be, for the occasional beer or whatever, he will go and we're back and forth all the time on exactly what we want. And then he'll spend heaps of time nutting it out with different sort of sketches and things, and he'll send me a couple of things, and then we go back and forth before we work on it, and then he'll go and finalise the job. And I've got no idea what's AI, what's illustrated, what's not, because he's a digital illustrator. I couldn't tell.
Yes, that's it.
So I think for me, it's very difficult, I think, to get on side with what Ivy said of like saying we only support breweries that don't use AI artwork because we want to support the artists. And here's me paying a shit ton of money to Emery for our beer designs, who is an artist, really good artist, to then say, why we're not stocking your beer because you're not supporting local artists, whereas I am, just because they might not sell their art at flea markets or something, or have a different perspective of what art is.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I 100% get where they're coming from at Netherworld. Like, I get all of that, but I also think, well, on the flip side, I'm spending money with a lot of other places, and to that point, I've been into Netherworld a number of times, and there are some beers in there with AI artwork.
Yeah, and I guess the same argument can be used for musicians who don't use guitarists or drummers. They use synthetic produced sounds for songs and music. It's like, are you going to go down the route of going, you're not going to allow any sort of technology assistance in this?
Yeah.
And I get it. I mean, and we've both seen some pretty sloppy AI generated art.
Yeah, 100%.
100%.
I've done some at previous places where I work too. So I get it. Yeah,
we've both seen it, and I definitely have seen a trend at the moment of there's a particular style of AI art that is being used across a lot of venues, not just breweries, but other venues as well. That look, you can't pick whether it's one venue or another because it all has the same sort of look and style. But to say that you're not going to support any brewery that uses AI, I'm like, well, how are you going to know? For one, like back in the day, I get it. Yeah, AI was pretty crap. The generative AI stuff was pretty useless. But now, if we've got people like Emery that are using it how it's meant to be used, as not to create an entire thing from scratch, but to tidy up or make slight adjustments, which means that they're not having to spend another 6 hours of redrawing everything from scratch. They can just go, oh no, I just want to change this little bit and use it as that sort of quick fix tool. What's the issue? I can't see an issue with it. But I do get the whole wanting to support artists and all of that sort of stuff. And I think the day that if there will come a point where brands, distilleries, breweries, wineries, bars just go, oh, I'm not going to use any, not going to contract anyone, and I'm just going to go and do it all through AI, and then we're not going to have this many people to be able to do this work, and we're going to struggle to get really good artwork done and custom work done when we need to. I see that side, but
Yeah,
yeah, as you said, I think it's a tool. Just use it appropriately.
yeah, exactly, and use it in a way that gives the benefit both ways.
Yeah.
So anyway, mate, next one is your story.
Yeah, this I just saw this pop up the other day, and I thought this was just weird and interesting at the same time. Because I've not seen this before. this is a very weird one.
Mm,
Is that we all know Big Shed Brewing has gone into liquidation, and they're gone. But as part of it, they're trying to sell off the recipes as well.
yep.
Um, which is weird. I mean, I know we've seen uh, was it Brewdog? They sold their recipes, but it was like an open format book. You just buy their book of recipes and things
Yep.
like that. But then back in the day, we had Black Hops who just put Gubsy just put them up on, was a Brewer's Friend or whatever it was.
Yeah.
But this is just, I don't get it. I'll be very curious to see whether anyone actually buys a brewery's recipes. Like, I don't see the value. I can't see the value.
No, well, the date has lapsed anyway. It had to be done by
Yeah,
last Friday.
yeah,
I 100% would have been interested in boozy fruit and golden stout time, just for interest's sake. But
yeah.
other than that, yeah, can't sort of. I don't. They've sort of done it like an auction, or submit your best price that you would pay for
Yeah,
some. It's weird to test the market like that, as you said, because what are you waiting for? Like, are you going to get them all and look and go, oh wow, these guys only said they're going to give $100 for the recipe, and these guys want to buy all of them for $200.
yeah.
So do you want to sell one, or do you want to sell all of them so that some of your beers can still keep going? And then if you bought them, you're not going to call it boozy fruit or
And that's the thing is, I can't see. I had a bit of a look through and had a look, but I couldn't see whether you were even able to use the name.
yeah, yeah.
So because
But it does
technically,
say no ongoing obligations where, where applicable, the associated product name and trademark may also be included by agreement. So
by agreement. So it's like, well, okay, cool, but then all you're doing is buying a recipe. There's no brand associated. So I find that's a bit of a weird one for me.
yeah,
It's definitely a first. I've not seen anyone sell their recipes on an open market like that before. That's a very strange one.
yeah, 100%. Yeah,
I would be very curious to see whether any of them whether they sold any.
yeah. Are we ever going to know?
If we start seeing someone putting out
To a golden gate time,
golden gate time beers or something like that again, then we'll know. Because I mean, boozy fruit and golden stout time. I think everyone knows knows those two beers, and obviously they've
yeah,
had the double and all of that sort of stuff. But the rest of them, I don't think really mean much to anyone outside of the local community or local punters who enjoyed the brewery. So yeah, I'll be very curious to see whether they sold and whether we see golden stout time turn up in tap room somewhere from another brewery anytime
yeah,
soon.
yeah. No, look, I hope we do, because some of those beers are great.
Mm,
But but yeah, I don't know if we're gonna find anything out from them. So,
yeah.
mates, moving on to some international news.
Mm.
and AI as well.
Mm.
Craft beer meets Canadian food tech. So there's a new company started over in Canada. I almost said Canada, um,
Yep.
which not the first, won't be the last. Called Mode 40, and working with Non-Such Brewing. Have you had any of their beers?
No, I haven't actually.
I've heard about them, and I can't remember if I've had them or not, because it's super familiar, that name, for some reason. But sometimes you're at a festival and there's a weird US import or something, and
Yeah.
yeah. So basically, Mode 40 is an AI manufacturing company
Mm.
which helps you. It's not about. There was a quote in here that I really liked, and I wanted to bring it up during when we were talking about the art thing, and I forgot all about it. I'm gonna try and find it. Just fill the silence with something.
Well, I mean, there's this one that simply, if it feels like AA, you're probably doing it wrong.
Oh yeah, that. Yeah, yeah.
That one, yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
and that 100% kind of fits exactly what we're saying is if you can look at it and go, pretty sure that's AI. Well, then yeah, you've used it wrong.
Yeah, yeah. And so the way that they're using it is like catching problems, exposing inefficiencies,
Mm.
um, not having to delve into millions of spreadsheets, just being able to get things out of it at a
Collate
reasonable time,
data.
and being able to move forward a lot quicker.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so I think it's going to. I think if you stick in your head in the sand with AI in your business, like
Yeah.
there's so many different ways to use AI in your business that some people don't think about. I think some people just think about the art or the movies, like all of that side of things, that creative side. But there are so
Yes.
many incredible business case sides. Like we've got Hank at work, who
Yeah.
we've fed all sorts of PDF documents on brewing and stuff like that, and he's not the be all and end all. Like he's a Chat GPT agent that we created, and we just fed all this brewing stuff.
But it's
But
a
it's
starting
whenever
point.
it's like our first Google. Instead of
Yeah.
just going to Google and getting their AI summary, we just ask Hank, and he just gives it to us because he knows our system. We've inputted all of our system. We've told him all of our equipment and what we've got, what we own, how we do things. He knows our softwares that we use in the back end. So he's super helpful in that regard. And you just goes like, go here, you should be able to find that, and then this is what you're going to use.
Yeah.
And I think that that's where like this software is trying to do stuff.
Mm.
Um, and I think it's a good move. I think it's going to. We're getting to a point where you can't just run breweries. Where we're past the point where you can't just run breweries as a passion project anymore. Um,
Well, the thing is, in reality, that's never been the case. It's you never you should no one should have ever been running it just as a passion project.
no,
And
but
the problem is now we're hitting a point, or we hit a point a few years back where people worked that out, and now everyone's scrambling to try and professionalize or legitimize businesses. So I think having a tool like this, yeah, I think it's great. Like using AI now makes things so much easier. Just even collating data, just as simple as that.
man,
Not
the
having to.
amount of times I've got a shitty spreadsheet or something that I've built and I can't
Yeah,
make heads nor tails of, and I just throw it into my Chat GPT and I go, hey, can you just put this in a format? Here's what I need, and it spits out another spreadsheet for me, but in exactly the same format. That would take me half an hour to reformat and do and put in all the rules and values and stuff where I
yeah,
want it to go, and it just does it all for me in under 5 seconds. Great, and then I
yeah.
move about and keep moving and doing much better things with my time than sitting there trying to work out a formula column on sheet 3. You
Mm.
know, it just does
Oh,
it all for me.
yeah. I mean, I use it um, in conjunction with Beer 30 all the time. Is if there's something that comes up with a recipe and something goes weird, I can input all of the data from previous batches. I'm shit at looking at numbers. Like I
Yep.
can look at it and work it out, but I'm shit at looking at numbers and just looking at the numbers and going, oh, this is what this means. But if you
Well, yeah, yeah,
but putting it into something like ChatGPT or any of the other AI software and go, okay, provide an explanation on the data points. What is this trend? When did this outlier become a problem? When did it start curving? So, for example, I had something where something stalled out, and it was able to identify that the fermentation points were slower to start off with after day 2. And I'm like, oh, okay, all right, wouldn't have seen that just looking at numbers.
yeah.
But it can just collate all that data. So using it for things like that, even you'd be crazy not to.
Yeah, or even just to confirm where you're at. Like we fed ours like brewing water, and we also fed it our water results that we got tested.
Mm,
So
yep,
it knows what my input water is, and then I was talking to like so for this beer, this code cracker.
yep,
I was working with the recipe with Fergs gave me some ideas. Matty Cuthbert gave me some ideas. We stuck it all together, and then I just threw the recipe at our chat GPT at Hank, and I was like, "Hey man, just double check over this. Here's what our targets are. Here's what we want to do," and it spat out the exact same thing. It said, "Yep, you're on point. Yep, that's great. Yep, that's great. If you wanted to do this, you could probably swap that for that, but you don't need to. It's just purely a vanity
thing.
thing if you want to." But
Yeah,
everything that we'd already done, it just confirmed,
yeah,
and it was great from that regard. So
yeah. I mean, utilizing it in tools like that in back end logistics and optimization of systems, and just double check sanity checking things.
yeah,
I mean, the amount of times that I use it just to check my maths out for certain things.
yeah, right, yeah, yeah. I
The
use it
amount of
for
times that
maths
I've
on
gone,
can ordering. I'm like, I got 15 hack. There's 389 cans to a layer. We do 440 mil. I said, I'm thinking I'm getting this many. Can you just confirm? And then it tells me the whole thing.
yeah,
The teacher would love it because it shows it's working.
yeah,
I never show the working.
yeah. Sometimes the working out freaks me out. Like I've been using it recently for insulating our new brew house at the TAFE campus, and I'm pretty sure this insulation material will work. Yes, it's the right material, but does it actually have enough insulation property? I go in, give it all of its specs, everything like that. It asks me what's the maximum temperature the vessel's going to get to, 100 degrees or a little bit over, blah blah blah, and it shoots out the actual calculation that it works out for radiant heat transfer through this material. And I just went, it's more than I needed. I just need to know yes or no.
Yeah,
But it gives out the entire working out, and I'm
yeah,
like, that's brilliant, cool, justifies it, and I can move on. So doing that stuff in the back end, I can understand why a company would be going down and actually using it almost as a sort of a benchmark and go, actually, how much can we use in the back end to help our business out? It makes total sense to me.
yeah, yep, same. Mate, the Brewers Association came out with all of their. They do a huge big report every year
Yep.
with how craft beer is traveling in the states. So it is in the states. All of this data, but this is international news, so I can talk about it. But this article is the one that got me the most sort of interested because we talked about it with last week's pub court case, right? With breweries pivoting to cocktails and wine, blah blah blah.
Yep.
And it holds and stands to reason. So this article is called "Brewpub Models See the Least Impact as 40% of Breweries Hold Steady or Grew in 2025." Which, if you're just a brewery and just do beer,
Yep.
or you just do contract brewing and festivals, then you are probably more likely to lose business. And it just makes sense.
Yeah.
You're just opening up more channels for people to come and enjoy your product, which your product isn't just the liquid that's in the glass. It's the
Yeah.
service, it's the venue, it's, the whole different aspects of whatever you can provide the customer of what they want, which for different brew pub models, so
Yes.
many different things, like the Brewdog model is, it's a brew pub model. But they got like slides in some of them. They got, pinball machines or all
Yeah.
sorts of things like this, right? There's all sorts of different models and I just think it's more breweries have that as a point of difference above and beyond just a basic fine dining restaurant or a standard corner pub that's owned by Lion Nathan. We can do so much more and offer so much more to the community of what they actually want. And where you win up is because you make the beer, you don't have to pay anyone else for it, and that's your profit roll moving forward.
Yes, and I mean the numbers right down or halfway through the article kind of says that in black and white. He's going that brew pubs were the most resilient segment, with only a 1.7% decline, whereas tap rooms were a 3.9% decline, and microbreweries at an 8.9% decline, and regional breweries at 5.9%. So,
and some of that you don't have choice on, right? Like,
yeah,
us for ours, for example, like we're open like 12 hours a week. We don't open on a Saturday. We're definitely not a brew pub. We're a tap room.
Yes.
That's open minimal hours, and our biggest strangling factor is our hours and access to public. Because we're in a tough industrial spot that's hard to get to. Don't get me started.
Yeah.
But then you look at something like Hiker, where it's totally different. They've got food in their kitchen at East Brisbane now. I think they're still trying to put a kitchen in at Salisbury. Happy Valley got their cafe across the road.
Yep. And about to open up a full brew pub model. Or a full pub model. And you can, and it's very clear, and you can see that. And even like I was down in Melbourne over the weekend, and there are a couple of breweries that I went to that were dead quiet, like absolutely dead quiet. But then at the same time, or 15, 20 minutes later, I went around the corner to another brewery that has food. It's a comfortable venue. It's a pub that just happens to be a brewery as well. Packed. Absolutely packed. And it just shows
more there for people with more to do.
It's hospitality focused.
Yes.
It's and I'm pretty sure I've said this. I'm pretty sure we both said this, and we sound like a broken record. Is that's what it needs to be? Is you need to be a venue first and a brewery second.
Yeah.
That's what's winning, and we can see it internationally.
Yeah.
Like the BA is probably our closest sort of association in terms of beer around the globe. In terms of we can kind of see what their information that they provide is as closely relevant to us, say, compared to.
No, they just put out so much information.
They're very good at data collecting.
It's relevant, and the data is amazing to use. Like whether or not you can relate it to Australia or not, you can look at the data and go, you know what, whatever's happening there is probably going to be similar to what will happen here, or is we already.
Yeah. So and I mean this just goes to show exactly that the breweries and venues that are venue focused are the ones that, yes, there is a decline. We know that there's been a decline happening for some time, but it's how can you lessen the decline? And it looks like that those that are hospitality focused, that are trying to create a good environment and a good experience for the consumer, rather than here's a beer, see you later, are having less of a struggle, or struggling less overall compared to the others. So I'll be interested to see, because this is the report from 2025, isn't it?
Yeah, last year. Yep.
Yeah, so I'll be very interested to see what happens at the end of 2026 and what the data shows for them as well.
Yeah, well, I'd reckon that the impact from the war is going to have a definite fluctuation on some levels of what they get data from.
Yeah. Well, not even just that. Even earlier on, there's been reports coming out around the struggles with aluminium, cost of cans because of tariffs and things like that. So it's going to be very interesting to see what that effect is going to have on the overall sort of sales and revenue for breweries in the US.
Yeah. Yep. Mate, moving on to our brewery visit wish list and why. This I've chosen a Japanese brewery this week. Kyuchi or Kyuchi, I don't know how to say it.
Someone please put it in the comments.
Yeah. But they brew a brand called Hitachino Nest. You would have seen that. I know Saccharomyces did a tap takeover with them or something at one point.
Are they the ones that do that?
It's a red rice cream ale with the koji yeast.
Yeah.
And Kraken beer. That's one of my favourite beers. I've tried to brew it. You can get koji in Australia, but it's not active. And if you want to get active stuff, it's super expensive. Then you've got to inoculate the rice, and it's a whole thing. Believe me, I went down a rabbit hole on it. But but I have brewed many a rice beer trying to replicate that. I even used red rice at one point from Vietnam, trying to recreate it. It was a totally different style of rice. The beer tasted great. It wasn't red, but yeah. Anyway, that's my brewery of the week. And Hitachino Nest do all sorts of different style of beers. There's a whole bunch of cool things that they do. But yeah, the red rice cream ale with the koji yeast is right up there.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I can't remember whether I did. I probably did go in and try it because I saw it and went, "That's just fucking weird," and I need to try that.
Yep.
But yeah, cool. I had no idea where the brewery was, so awesome. Well, mine is a little closer to home. Not still across the pond. And it's a brewery that I'm pretty sure everyone's had beers from.
I hope so.
I really hope so. Otherwise, I'm going to be very concerned. And it's Garage Project from New Zealand. And I mean, they're so close. I mean, I need to get over there because I haven't been to New Zealand before. So I've got to get over there.
You've never been to New Zealand?
No, I've never been to New Zealand. I've been many. I've been to so many other further places. I've not been to New Zealand. So
mate, it's like it's not often I'm speechless.
Not been to New Zealand. Wow. So I've got to get over there. And obviously Garage Project is one. And it's, I mean, they just put out some, I don't think I've ever had a bad beer from them, ever. There may be beers that I have that I'm like, not my thing, but
it's not a bad beer.
It's not a bad beer. Like, I don't think they've ever put out a bad beer.
Well, during judging, when we went to my beer dealer, they had 4
pernicious weed.
Yeah, 4 different.
I had the varieties. 4 pernicious weeds, and I left after one because I knew if I stayed too long, I would have ended up pretty sore the next day.
I had them all.
Yeah, no, I was not going to do that to myself. So yeah, I've got Garage Project on there. More for the fact that they made 2 beers once that I just absolutely laughed my ass off when I found out what they did, and seeing the banter backwards and forwards between people going, "No, this one's better. No, that one's better," and it was the Jekyll and Hyde.
Yep.
It was the same beer, just one was filtered, one was unfiltered.
Yeah. Okay.
And it was just one of the greatest things that I've ever seen. Like, your brain went, "Oh yeah, no, they're 2 separate beers, totally different," but it just happened that one was filtered and one wasn't.
Yeah.
And it was just amazing to see the difference and what everyone perceived out of it. Yeah. So just with that marketing thing, I just thought that was brilliant. I've gone, got to go over and see those guys and have some beers at the brewery.
Yeah, for sure. There were heaps of people over there for the hop harvest and whatnot.
Yes.
A couple of weeks ago. Gav did an excellent write-up, which he always does every time he goes on a little beer adventure. And I want to go over for Beervana this year.
Yes, in August. Yeah.
Yep. Actually, shit, when is it? 21st and 22nd of August, which should be... Is it? I hope it's not when I'm... I hope I don't have festivals booked in.
Oh, hang on. When is Beer Fest?
I'm just checking. That'll not be good. Brisbane Beer Fest, August 30th. That's a week after. I'm good. I can come back with a hangover.
And go back to have another one.
Oh, no, so this year it's on the 1st of August, 2026.
Oh, Bivana.
No, Beer Fest. Brisbane
Oh.
Beer Fest.
Oh, I got plenty of time then.
Yeah. And what was the other one that I was looking at? Gold Coast. Crafted. I can't remember when that is, but I'm pretty sure that's like later in September.
September or something, yeah.
Yeah. So,
Just fit it in.
Yep. So it'll be a very beery month.
Yes. Yeah, I expect it to be.
Mm.
All right. Well, it's time for Pub Court.
It is indeed. Yes, if you're only just new to halfway through the episode for some weird reason, you can come and join us at facebook.com/groups/Aussie Beer Voyage to join our group and be part of the Pub Court jury and decide either way of the defence or prosecution for different topics that we bring up each week, and then Matthew and I randomly argue. Matthew.
Oh, do you do this every week?
Matthew,
this is just becoming a thing.
Argue.
You can't even blame me for not changing my name on this thing now.
No, I know. So this has happened at a couple of places. I know there's a couple of places close by here that actually do this too.
Yep.
But charging a booking fee to reserve a table, is it a fair way to lower no-shows like restaurants do? Or is it just not brew pub culture?
Dum,
dum, dum.
It's a hard one.
I know.
Because I know people that have made bookings of 2 people and you go, that's not an issue. 2 people don't show.
Yeah. But if you make a booking of 10.
Or 20.
Yep. Well, we used to use 12 to 15. I've always used 12 to 15 as a thing.
Yep.
Because it depends on how many sort of kids are involved as well. But 12 to 15, you sort of like go, it's not a function, but this is a decent size table. I don't need a deposit, but I will confirm.
Yeah.
And I think people... Oh, no, what are we doing? I'm not going to give away any of my pointers.
Yep.
Just in case I'm on the wrong side of this argument. So.
Yeah.
All right. You got your bottle cap?
Yes, I do.
What's going on? What's the rules this week?
This week, flip, then you get to choose.
Okay, so I call.
So you call.
Yep.
If you get the call right, you get to choose which one you're picking.
Oh.
As usual, heads is the top of the bottle cap, tails is the bottom.
Righto.
All right. And 3, 2, 1.
Heads.
Tails.
Ah, shit. So do you choose what I'm doing?
I now choose.
Yeah, effectively you are, because you're going to choose whatever you want to do.
Yeah. So I'm going to pick fairway to lower no-shows.
Oh, yeah, okay. It's just not brew pub culture. Yeah, I reckon I can. Yeah, I got this. All right, Let me get my calculator app open. A minute and a half timer. So, all right. Yeah, you're going first, hey?
Yep, because it's the defense.
That's right.
All right.
Okay. Go when you're ready, mate.
Cool. All right. Charging a booking fee to reserve a table. In this day and age, businesses are struggling. Wages are increasing. Cost of ingredients are increasing. Just the costs of operating a business are increasing. So the last thing you want to do is schedule your week around people that are meant to be turning up and that don't, with no warning. All that does is eat away at a business's bottom line. Now, people might think it's unfair to charge a booking fee to reserve a table. for those genuine people that turn up or notify you that they aren't able to make it, they get the money back. It'll go back onto paying a tab. Most businesses will do that. It'll be included in the cost of the booking. But for those who don't, they have to eat the fact that they've decided to screw over a business. They've made the personal decision to make a booking, not turn up, and not say anything. It's the highest of rudeness. While we say that not showing up or charging a booking fee is not pub culture, I think it's just not Aussie culture to screw over someone purposefully. I'm leaving it at that.
11 seconds remaining.
Ooh.
Yes, we also have this arbitrary score of who can get closest to 1 minute 30.
Yeah.
Presenting their argument.
I didn't even have my phone on me this time, so.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah. So how are you going to know if I make it to over a minute and a half?
I'm going to grab my phone now.
I can time myself.
Just do what I do every week. Hang on. Let me open my calculator. All right, go when you're ready.
Look, it's not brew pub culture. It's just, man, this is hard. You've done well on this one. Brew pubs are brew pubs because they're a casual community interface where you get to go and have a great time. If you're going to have a great booking, if you're going to have a great time somewhere, that's normally the random nights where that sort of stuff pops up. It's fair enough if you want to go and book for a birthday party or something, but by then you've normally hit their minimum of having to book a function anyway and meet those numbers. It's not brew pub culture. It's just not. I can't think of anything else to argue. I've got to stop. I've got nothing.
You started going on a tangent of going, oh, it's sporadic. It's like, well, yeah, you've not made a booking, so of course you don't have to pay the booking fee.
I can't. If I could headbutt this microphone and make a dent in my forehead, I would. Which I probably wouldn't after. But
I mean, in reality, there's no downside for. In reality, I'm surprised more breweries haven't, especially for breweries that have kitchens.
I think it's just disconcerting for the patron who it's already an expensive to go out.
Yeah.
And like I'm with you. Like I don't.
If it comes off, so this is the thing: is if it comes off at the end of the tab or comes off the food, or like it's $10 per head, and it comes off of whatever you buy, then there's no actual external cost.
It's when they put all the confusing rules around it of like, if you're cancelling within 24 hours of your booking, then half of the fee is paid. Or
when you do that, when they're doing that stuff,
don't show up and you've booked for 10 and you only have 8 or 6, then we're going to charge you for those 4 or whatever. Like, I think that's where it's starting to take the rip a little bit. But if it's just, as you said, that value that you've put on there to make your booking goes onto a bar tab for the table, I don't have a problem with that.
Then there's no cost. Yeah.
Yep.
And then if you've made the decision,
anyway, if anything, I look at that and go, that's my bar tab, because if I've made the booking, I'm like,
yeah, I'm not sharing my bar tab. Yeah, I mean, I can guarantee, I can see how this is going to go though. I reckon. I'm going to say it's probably going to go the other way. I think people are going to go, nah, don't like it. Because it's something that we're not used to. It's something we're not used to.
Yeah, yes and no. I think depending on some restaurants, that if you've been going to some level of restaurants or you've worked in level of restaurants, it's just a natural thing a lot of the time that exists. But and that's where I think the distinction has been with like restaurants and breweries and brew pubs.
Yeah.
Whereas now brew pubs are offering so much more
yes,
that there's more to lose. So if you take a booking of 10 and you don't take those booking fees, and a table of 10 doesn't show up and you've been looking at this table that's been booked at 6 and you give a 15-minute leeway, and it's like 10 past 6, and you've got like groups of people coming in, and you're going, sorry, man,
Yeah.
that table's booked. You can't sit there. And I think
It
breweries are
doesn't. Yeah.
finding, not just breweries, but everyone sort of finds novel ways around it, like sticking up on the reserve sign. You can sit here until the people come or until this time.
Yeah. This table is free until blah.
Yeah. But
Um, but yeah, I'm surprised I haven't seen, especially breweries with food venues that's part of the revenue source, and that's an expense. Like if you've got a booking of 20 or 25 people, and it's just everyone's coming in to eat, that's expensive. You're going to put on more staff. You're going to put on
yeah,
an extra kitchen hand. Make sure you've got enough ingredients for in the kitchen.
well, that's the
Um,
other thing too, right? You just hit it on the head. Like it is a thing because that expense you will put on staff. If you've got,
mm,
10 bookings of
yep,
5 to 10 people coming in,
and
that's
only
you.
half turn up.
Exactly, but you've put on extra staff because you like going, man, one staff member can handle, say, 30 to 40 people,
Mm,
depending on your service levels and
yeah,
everything, of course. Like, what your staff can handle at what rate. And you might bring someone on an extra hour earlier, and
yeah,
then that adds up, you know,
yeah,
dramatically, especially on a
yes.
Saturday night and after 6
Oh
p.m.,
god. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Sundays and public holidays and stuff. So, yeah, I get it. So, hmm.
So we'll see how this one goes, but I think I have a sneaking suspicion which way it's going to swing.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. So, yeah, if you want to be a part of it, doesn't matter where in the world you are, jump on and let us know your feelings. And there's no hung juries or anything. It's a simple 2 choices. You can't sit on the fence, or you can. You just don't vote, I guess. But, yeah, vote. We'd love to see the results. Facebook.com/group/Aussie Beer Voyage. Mate, industry legend shout out. This week it's you to have a crack.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I'm putting someone we both know,
Yeah.
and who you've already partially mentioned without mentioning their name.
Yeah, okay.
Today, didn't you? Yep. Yeah, yeah, you
Yep.
did. And that's Stephen from Newmaker.
Oh, yes. Yep. Legend. I was
Um,
talking to him today, actually. I was like,
oh, really? Yeah,
where do I send your beer?
yeah, yeah. True.
He's always
Yeah,
sending us shit, but I don't have an address for him.
yeah, I know. Actually, that's a good point. But yeah, absolute legend. They Newmaker supply yeast nutrients, enzymes, got a whole bunch of other stuff as well, to the brewing, wine, and distilling industry. I mean, we know them from brewing, but their
Yes.
catalog is quite vast
Yep.
when it comes to that stuff. But the service that he provides is second to none. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know how many times I've put an order in and it's either there the next day or early the morning after
Yeah.
out of Melbourne. And it's
Yep.
just like, how are you doing this? Like, it doesn't matter. It's bitten me on the butt before, where he's sent it before I've gotten the order approved,
Yeah. Yeah.
and stuff like that. So, dealing with government now, so I can't just go, hey, mate, can you send this? Need to get
Yeah.
approvals first. But absolute
But
legend.
even to the point of advice, like you can ring him up and you go, "Oh, this is the beer that we're doing. I
Yeah,
was going to use this product. What do you reckon?" And he goes, "Oh, I'd actually use this and this." And you go, "Oh, yeah, okay."
yeah,
I don't know because I haven't used any of that yet. So just the advice side as well, just very easy to get onto, and
yeah.
as you said, offering advice constantly is fantastic. And the products and the price speak for himself.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the price alone, the first time that I used them, I went, is that correct? Like, I thought I was looking at something wrong with the price list. And it was, no, that's just the price that our suppliers provide. And I was like, Jesus. Um, so, I'm surprised that a whole bunch more people aren't using them and they're not 100 times busier than they already are. So,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
but absolute legend.
yep,
And helps out a lot of people in the industry. So, yeah, that's my industry legend shout out for this week.
yeah, yeah. Nice. I did reach out to him to try to get him to come up for canning, and he just,
Oh,
he's running
flat
a
out.
business. He can't come
Yeah.
up from Melbourne just to can beer and catch up with us. But yeah, sending some beer down to him. As thanks, but yeah, good one. Mate, anything else before we wrap up and coming under an hour
No.
this week?
Yeah, we've gotten under an hour. No, other than what time are we meeting over at Hiker on Saturday? Not
2
Hiker.
p.m.
Helios.
Helios. Can't go to Hiker.
2 p.m.
Hiker at Salisbury's
No.
got a private function this weekend, so
Oh,
on
lucky
Saturday.
days.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yep, 2 p.m. at Helios Brewing for their halftime goodbye drinks. Bring your own oranges for your halftime break from your mum.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Bring
yeah.
some orange wedges. Otherwise, I've got nothing else, and I'll see you on Saturday.
Yes, with bells on. Looking forward to it.
Please don't bring bells. No bells.
Now
Now he's bringing bells.
bringing bells.
All
Love it. All right.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers. Bye.